Good morning, everybody. This is Sifu Z, and this is the ritual. In a short while, Sifu Chad will be joining us. If you're new to this stream is in respect and in regards to martial art style exercise. All martial arts are welcome, and I also encourage all you martial artists out there to share some of your favorite exercises and bring it to the table, so to speak. Some of the things that you will need if you're new to this channel, things you'll need is some water, a sandbag, and a mat that you can sit on. A little background before we get started. I'm actually going to go ahead and start training right now with a little bit of sandbag training. The whole concept of sandbag training is just to develop the hands, not to destroy the hands. So the way you want to approach your sandbag training is to strike it in various ways. Fingers, let me see if I can get you a little better view here. Open hand, side hand, blade hand, fingers, wrist, Now, sand training, I usually like to do for about 10 minutes. It's very important that you don't strike the sandbag hard unless you're doing the style of training where you're trying to deaden and callous the hand. That's a different style of training. Oh, I forgot my glasses. 1 second here. There it is. Take this off. These are, and this is a prototype. I haven't had any orders yet, but this is a prototype of what I would call Ezekiel bracelets. And these are great for doing submissions. Yeah, some chokes. They're great for doing chokes. And it also hurts if you hit something and one of these balls are on your wrist. So for training, we're going to take it off. So how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? A lot of times we do this at 7:30, and so Sifu Chad may um, be on the 7:30 schedule. I'm not sure. He's also, this is the last day of the conference that he's at in San Diego. So there may be a chance that there has been a quandary of some sort. In that case, it will just be you guys and me. That's not so bad, is it? Yeah, I woke up this morning and did not wake up. Very peculiar. Typically, I'm up at about 4:30, and yeah, lately it seems like my sleep schedule is somewhat changing. 'Cause I did not get up until 6 o'clock just an hour ago. Usually, I like to be up considerably earlier before I start training, just so I can, have a little bit of coffee, do a little housekeeping. Now I'm back up in the El Dorado National Forest, and boy, am I happy. maybe maybe that's why sleeping a couple days in town maybe deprived me of some sleep. So maybe I'm just catching up. All right, we have a few more minutes on the sandbag. Now you can also do various parts. If you pick the sandbag up, there's a lot of various things. You could use this as a weight, of course. There are various things that you can do with the sandbag, various ways you can strike the sandbag. Some some people like to use a punching bag, especially a heavy bag, and I enjoy using a heavy bag as well, but for a more full body exercise. And typically, when I use this heavy bag, I don't mount the heavy bag. I'll use it just on the ground. And a heavy bag is essentially just a really big sandbag. Now, the difference between a heavy bag, in my opinion, is that it doesn't quite have the same density as a sandbag. It doesn't have the same give and then stop as a sandbag. And also, a heavy bag, they're pretty heavy. I think the lightest bag I've ever had was maybe a 60-pound bag, or was it a 40-pound bag? Still pretty damn big. Nice thing about a sandbag, it literally is portable. If you dump the sand out, you can literally put this in your pocket, and you have probably one of the best exercise apparatus ever devised. Go one more minute here. Now, the striking concept in Wing Chun is somewhat unique in reference to other martial arts. You see, if you just strike, let's say, someone's face, there we go. Aloha, Sifu chat.
Aloha. Apologies for the tardiness. I had to take care of some business.
All right. Where's you're frozen. Oh, we missed your salutation. You froze.
I froze. Oh, shucks.
Uh,
All right.
You know what? This is an outrage. You are in a hotel, but you're not getting the best Wi-Fi that you could be getting. Yeah, I
Dude,
would. You should get your money back. That's what you should do. You should go. Yeah, I insist on my money back. I have not gotten mountain style Wi-Fi like I'm accustomed to.
seriously though, it's yeah, it's funny. You pay a lot of money to go to a hotel, right? And they have a base amount of amenities that they give you, and then they
Mm.
have an extra amount of amenities to give you if you pay more, right? So this whole shebang over here costs like 2 grand to stay in this for this conference, and they're still like, and if you want premium Wi-Fi, you can upgrade.
Oh my god. That is lame. I mean,
Oh, so
why
lame.
messing with the Wi-Fi, nickel and diming for the Wi-Fi is just
It's
no,
absurd.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What do I gotta go to a Starbucks in order to get some decent Wi-Fi? Come on, that's
Seriously,
crazy.
man. I was it hurt inside, and I know all the other guys that we work with, or that work with Esri feel it too, because I mean, Wi-Fi is kind of the name of or internet's kind of the name of the one of the biggest things of the job that allows the job to be done.
It allows it allows everything to be done now, I
Everything.
mean, what is not done? If you're not on Wi-Fi or your cell, but essentially Wi-Fi, if you're not on Wi-Fi, you're not working.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You're simply not
Exactly
working.
it.
Uh, with
But
all of the yeah, you go ahead and get a little sandbag training in. I just did 10 minutes and now I'm just gonna do some stretching and whatnot. With well, heck, it's such a big deal that they're trying to, give Wi-Fi out to everybody so they can work. you know?
right
So,
now,
oh
we're gonna make
god.
you pay for your work. You're gonna have to pay to do your work now. Yeah.
Mm. So, now are you on your cell, or are you on the Wi-Fi?
I'm on the Wi-Fi.
You're on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Um,
Yesterday when I was doing the live stream, I was on my cell.
you
So
were.
yeah,
Uh, Now does your do you have bars on your cell right now?
I have. I think it's like 1 or 2 bars
Oh
on my
my
cell.
god.
Yeah. Am
How
I still
is
kind of
this
breaking up?
possible?
I know. Am I still kind of breaking up a
Oh
bit?
no,
Oh,
I think you're kind of coming in now.
uh,
I'm just amazed at hotels that they would do this sort of thing, but uh, wow,
I
I
know.
I guess the whole world is in this sort of thing where they're just nickel and diming. I told you I had a buddy that he's a business major, and he tried to get me involved. He wanted to do a business with me, uh, and he had said, yeah, charge 50 cents and a dollar for this and 50 cents for that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, what? I just want to charge like, give me $100. I'll make you a website and we're good to go. What are you talking about? 50 cents, a dollar for a button. You want a button, an image of a button on your site? That's a dollar. How many buttons you want? Oh, that's $3. I'm like,
It's
huh?
dumb. Yeah, yeah. It's
Well, it
please.
sounded stupid. Aloha, Lauren. Lauren Keske. Aloha. Hello. Um, yeah, it sounded dumb, but I bet you it would have worked. He was ahead of his time, I think,
Mm,
because yeah, if you just sort of, because that way people go, oh, you know what, I want to do this or I want to do that to my website, you know,
right.
and so you're constantly having the dollars rolling in, and so it was probably a good idea, but didn't want to be that kind of person where, oh, okay, now I gotta do all this piecework every day, for 5 different customers. I'm doing piecework, and each one is making me $10 or something. It's like, oh, okay, come on.
Yeah.
But it would have worked for somebody that was willing to essentially create a wage slave situation for themselves. So rather than to get into a wage slave, you just create a wage slave.
The things we do for money.
uh,
Ugh.
and what are we doing? What do we use money for? We use money to do stuff. So I think we really got get hip to the fact that not everything is done on the damn phone, on the damn computer. We got to get a little bit more hip to the fact that there are other things in life.
Yeah.
I mean, I put away my paints since I've gotten Procreate and my iPad. Man, I put away my paints and stuff. By the way, I've decided on charcoal. I have
Ooh.
pastels, charcoal pastels.
Yeah, dude. Charcoal and past. Yeah, those are fun to work with. You can.
Yeah.
We had this little practice back in Waldorf where we would draw the cave scene. You know, you'd imagine
Oh,
cave, and
yeah.
so it's like it's white paper from the opening, right? And you peer in, and then you do your outlines and your stuff like that. Super cool.
See who we got here. Aloha, Justin.
Hey, Justin, what's up, brother?
Yeah, salutation, Justin. That's right side. It feels so good on my left side. Usually people salutate with their right.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. If you salutate with your right and I'm coming at you with my left, now we're mirroring our salutation.
Right.
So, um here's a reason why the salutation should be on the left. But I'm going to give you an opportunity. Why do you think the salutation should be on the left?
Mm. Well, all of our forms start with our left, and most people are right-handed. So,
Ah, there you
yeah,
go.
most people are right-handed. So your left
Right.
hand deals with other people's opposite, right side. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Very good. Very good. See, that's why he's Sifu Chat.
Yeah. I remember some things that he taught me in the past decade.
Oh yeah, you probably remember more than I did actually, but um yes, the reason why we salutate, um well, it's to show that we're part of a family here, a community, but there's a much greater reason. And that is that you want to get used to this behavior. When, right? Whoa, when, whoa. That behavior should be automatic. That's not something you should go, should I throw a bomb saw? Should I
Right.
throw a Tom Sao or should I throw a Fook Sao or a Pak Sao? No, 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 no. And here's the thing in Wing Chun, our own family, we salutate our own family. So here is a little bit of psychology. We salutate our own family. Just imagine what we would do to an opponent. In other words, if somebody is getting near to you and they're gonna sucker punch you, right? You're kind of hardwired to boom, 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 boom. You're
Mhm,
hardwired, and you're hardwired on the left side predominantly. You can do it on the right side, of course,
mhm,
but you're wired on the left side, which is the preponderance, responding to the preponderance of right-handed people. Yes. So they're responding to if they're striking with their right, you're responding with the left. If you responded with the right, it wouldn't be the end of the day, but man, you got some work to do now. If they know how to work, they know how to fight, you got some work to do. But if you've responded with the same side, it just puts you in such a wonderful advantage. Even though they attacked first, you already came preloaded with not just a bon sao, but a ton sao and a pak sao as well. So the salutations is is a unique thing within our group. I don't know anybody else that does it except for you know, there is a ancient sect. I'm not gonna say who. I don't want to freak people out, but there is an ancient sect, and their salutation is this.
hmm.
Yeah, it's an ancient sect. It blew me away because we created it first. Uh, Me and Sifu Chad created the salutation. And then I saw it in an old used black and white film on
Uh,
YouTube, and I saw the salutation being done. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And they're not even martial arts.
hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, it's how shall we say, a religious sect does it, but an ancient religious sect does this.
Mhm.
Like, wow, a female ancient religious sect does it.
Ah,
Freaky, freaky.
fascinatingly freaky. Yeah, it's like, ah.
I saw that it was at night. When I saw that, I'm like, "What? What?" And, now I'm gonna be honest, our original salutation was 1, 2, boom. Yeah, punch, right?
Yeah.
But that kinda messed with my Sifu Z 12 laws. Law number 12, no punch, no grab. So boom, boom, but then what's that all about, right?
How contradicting.
Yes. So and then the disease came around, right? And so you didn't want to touch anybody, right?
Yeah.
So we wound up just doing no 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 1 2 oh no that's cool right 1 2 oh that's yeah but we do 1 2 and then pox out no 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 yeah,
Yeah,
we're
because we
good
don't want to high five them. Yeah.
yeah don't want to high
Yeah.
five don't need to be punching or anything like that so just 1 2 there yeah now when you're face to face you're touching elbows it's 1 2 you're touching forearm, you're touching elbow, the forearm, and then I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This Poxal, if both of you Poxal, it could turn into a one of those bro handshakes. Not like this kind of bro, but this kind, the bro handshake, right? It could turn into that. You give each other a little hug. right? If it's an opponent, you grab his hand and then you grapple him. I don't know. Whatever.
No grab, no grabbing.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
I know. No punch, no grab. So
Oh,
this
hooking.
really
We'll hook him. We'll hook
this
him.
is actually turned into a no contact kind of a thing, right? Yeah, which is the ancient way, the ancient way of doing it. There wasn't a contact. So yeah, I'm very happy for that upgrade because that definitely was an upgrade in our salutation. Mm, all right, we only have a few minutes left here. So let's do some good old leg raises. Let's do some good old leg raises. Um, we're gonna bring them out. We're gonna bring them up and in, back out and down, and let's see, like this, and then the other direction, right? So we're going in, out, up, in, out, down, in. Yeah, there we go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's turn around, get some planks in. All right, let's do it is 27. Let's do 2 minutes. 2 minutes planking. I am not wearing my instructor planking clothes, that's for sure. I look like I'm just laying on the ground. so so don't look at me. Look at Sifu Chat on this one. Unless you just feel like laying on the ground.
Yeah. Lay on the ground.
Now, really pull in your stomach here. Kind of use your core, your stomach area, to hold the position. Try to not utilize your back when you're doing this, but more of your abs. And 20, about 30 seconds left. And good. Now let's do some Supermans from this position. Go. And Sifu Chad, would you count out 10 of these for us, please?
I'm like in the small little hallway space here. Right.
I know we don't have a lot of camera space either.
Yeah, right.
Again, I could just be doing this. I could just be doing this. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, guys.
Hold
Let's
on.
start.
There we go.
1,
All right, come on.
2,
Hold it up.
3.
Hold it up. Hold it up. Come on. There
Oh
you go.
man. Exercise
Uh,
illusions.
yeah. All right.
Okay, let's do it.
So
All right, all
again,
right.
with this one, you're bringing your legs up and you're bringing your arms up. All right, count them out.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hold up. Yeah.
That's almost like a really good way to practice the suicide dive. You know,
Oh,
you're like, "Huh," and then you're going.
I did the suicide dive off of Waimea Jump Rock,
Yeah, that's the one. That's yeah.
and I actually was doing a triple.
No
It
damn.
wasn't a true suicide. It was like a real suicide. Like I did a triple because all my buddies were divers at Waimea, right? And they're divers, so they're showing off and doing all these flips and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a triple. Now, I didn't even like try to start off with like a single or a double. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do a triple. Like that's why I don't go to skate parks when other skaters are there. Because I see stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks easy. Let me try that.
I can
You
do that.
know, I can do that. So yeah, so I do the triple. A wave is coming as I'm spinning, creating this momentum. The wave hits my back, and I hit the water, and I pull off the triple. And when I come out, I'm hearing all the local boys going, "Woo!" Right? And I'm like, "Yeah!" Like that. I come and blood is just coming out of my mouth, just
Oh,
pouring out of my mouth. And I had bursted my internals, my lungs and whatnot, and
oh,
bursted them. So
gosh.
I went to the ambulance came. I went to the doctor. Went to the hospital, and they said we can't do anything for you. You might die. Like, oh, great, great. So
Wow.
the so then I went home because I was with a bunch of divers, right? A couple divers, no, about 2 or 3 divers I was living with, right? So I get back, and they're like, "Yeah, that happened to a guy that we worked with, and yeah, he died." I'm like, "No, right?" So then I'm like, I want to do some bongo. Like, oh man, okay, I need to do some bongo, man. This is like if I'm gonna die, I but then, yeah, no, your lungs are bleeding. You're bleeding out of your mouth. Every time you breathe out, blood is pouring out of your mouth. You're
Uh,
not doing any bongo, you idiot. But then I'm gonna die. So I'm like, well, if I'm gonna die, you know. Oh man, that sucked. Well, I didn't die. Just
I'm
just
glad you didn't die.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the end story, is I didn't die. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. This is a 50-50 session. We're now going to go over to patreon.com and focus more on some of our martial art exercise. If you'd like to join us, of course, you can go on over to patreon.com/Sifu Z. That's spelled capital S, lowercase IFU, uppercase Z, all one word. Patreon.com/Sifu Z is where you go to join us for the other half of our 50-50. This has been brought to you by SifuZ.com, the place to go to learn a sustainable method of fitness and a practical method of self defense. I don't think you can find that anywhere else on the planet, but you can find it on SifuZ.com. And there's plenty of content there that can get you started, and you could start training at no cost to you. And then once you get serious, you want to come and join us, just go on over to patreon.com/SifuZ and pick a tier. All tiers have access to these live streams, and especially the other half of the 50-50. So we'll see you over there. Thank you, Sifu Chad, for joining us here in the 50-50. And let's go on over to Patreon. I'll see you guys on Monday.